so excited to interview one of my students who has just finished her very first deal. So congratulations, Angie. Angie, you're on the line.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So Angie, so well, Angie is based in California, and so why don't you tell why don't you tell our audience like some details about the deal? So when did you put this under contract and the numbers? I know the numbers are already on the screen, but tell us more about it.
Okay. We placed the property actually under contract in February 2009. So it has been 10 months in the making.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we bought the property for $120,000 and sold it for $150,000. So after all costs, I mean, yeah, we probably netted $14,000 plus plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as you can see, I think in the pictures, this is a house that was demolished. So the foundation is just remaining.
Mm-hmm.
But we were able to sell it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay. So I know the reason why it took so long, but can you tell us more about why it took that long and why the next deal won't take that long?
Okay, it was really frustrating. But the reason why it took a long time was because the lender's loss mitigation staff went into transition, and most of the people were fired. The lender was INDEMAC, and as you know, INDEMAC was closed by the Federal Reserve.
Mm.
The original team with whom we were dealing with was in California, and the new team was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually not our fault because we would call almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
And then even after the BPO was done, that was when the transition happened.
Mm.
So when we finally got the new team's attention, we got in touch with their vice president, and actually we got in touch with him through LinkedIn.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So how did you find the deal? How did you find this
Actually,
deal?
it was a referral. Actually, the seller is an old client.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
because we were trying to do their their loan, and then they got a construction loan. But then later on, when they got all the permits, the construction lender backed out.
But the value of this property, once it's fully built, like you have an ARV on it of what, like
Yes,
450?
it's 450. Yeah, it's 450,000. Yeah,
450,000, and then you got it for 120. That's pretty good.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you were about to say something there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, actually, when we analyze deals and then when we submit our offers, since we're dealing mostly with investors, we also want to make sure that the investor will make some money.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
and this is an awesome deal for the investor. And people are saying that the market is slow, but if you can sell this like a lot, basically with a partially finished foundation, then you can definitely make this money, right? So you made like $14,327 in some cents.
And then
now, go ahead.
Actually, the agent also gave back his $3,000. So actually, we made 17.
Oh,
because he
17,
made already,
okay.
Because he already made money on the first leg. So
Nice.
in the second leg, he gave it to us. Yeah.
Great. So you made 17,000. That's wonderful. So how did you find the buyer? Actually, you were telling me that you actually have 2 buyers for this property, right?
Actually, we not only had 2 buyers. We probably found, I think, 6 buyers in the first round.
Nice.
I mentioned first round because when we got the property, we listed it with a real estate agent so that it can have more exposure to the MLS. We got so many calls and got about 6 offers. We accepted one and had a backup buyer. But since the approval took 10 months, the buyer backed out when we were ready to close, since he already found another property in the meantime. So I called the backup buyer and he said go. But when we encountered problems with him at escrow, I posted the property in Craigslist for about 3 days and received 4 calls from that posting. One from a builder who was very interested. So, but then he came too late because by that time our backup buyer came back and said, let's close.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Great,
Yeah.
great, wonderful. So actually, the other benefit of this experience, even though it took a long time, well, for one, you have now, a lot of buyers in your database who are cash buyers, right?
Yes.
So tell our audience, well, this is the summary, this is a summary
Yeah.
of the deal, but what are the three things that you've learned from this experience?
Obviously, number one, patience.
Yeah, I commend you for that, for being
Yeah.
really, really patient for this deal.
Yeah, yeah. And then it was really, I mean, there were so many things we learned from it. And then number two was, of course, you have to be very thorough in your documentation. And then the deal, I mean, the terms with the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
He backed out, and then etc. But then, if you're firm enough, and then you put everything in writing, then that's the second lesson. The third one is don't be greedy.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean was we could have, because we were expecting more
Uh-huh.
to make more profit, but then, if we were just thinking, let's just close this and move forward.
Right.
So instead of relying on one deal, let's do volume.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Nice,
that's it.
nice.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a very good decision. So you've learned patience, you've learned a lot of negotiation skills.
Yes.
And then I mean that's part of negotiation skills is not being too greedy, so that you can get this deal done and move on. So great. So I also help you in getting the money for this deal. So tell our audience, how long you use the money and what are the terms.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Trace provided the transactional funding of $120,000 that made it possible for us to buy the property.
Mm-hmm.
We got it at 3%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it was supposed to be, 2 days Trace, but then because of the delay that happened in escrow, I think were able to pay it back after a week. But then, as I said, without this money, this business would not even get off the ground. I remember, Trace, you remember I read your book in early 2008, and then emailed you asking for help since I was broke.
Right.
Yeah, it took a year. It took a year for me to even find the money to start the coaching. So I'm really very grateful for this opportunity.
Great, great. So any last words that you can leave with us about this deal? Or
just do it.
Just do it? Okay, great.
No, I think you just need, for others who have not yet taken the first step, you just need to take the first step, and the next ones will be easier.
Right.
So, and then now is the best time. By the way, I also, I refuse to read any negative news or read or watch, negative on TV or on the newspapers. Yeah. So then it will help you to be positive all the time.
Great.
So I'm convinced that we can make money so that we can be truly rich.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, and I put in the slide here that even in a slow market, when people are complaining about real estate is dead and we can't make money, you can. I mean, you've proven actually that you can sell a property quickly. In fact, you've sold it even before you bought it, right?
Yeah.
Which is so cool. So anyway, so for those of you still for those of you who haven't taken the first step, as Angie said, and those who haven't bought their first real estate deal yet, go to the website, buyfirstdeal.com. There is tons of information in there, and I'm featuring success stories from my students like Angie every single month to inspire you and educate you on what you need to do in order to succeed, even in today's market. So again, Angie, I appreciate your time, and let's make more money on your subsequent deals. We have a deal we're working on right now, right? Like 10 to 20 properties, $5 million. I've already talked with a potential buyer, by the way. So that can be done probably a lot faster than 10 months. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
definitely. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Angie. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.